Morning. I can't really see the screen because the contrast. Um. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's the. You get if I had a stand, wouldn't it, to hold it in the night? But I just thought I'd do another one. That's just a challenge. Like I was talking about the other day, going up the stairs. That's the challenge. Just holding it in the right place is still. Here, you see another challenge, right? Is losing the heat but still keeping the heat. You know what I mean? Acting crazy but still keeping the heat. I think I've perfected that. That's alright. So at the end of the day, yeah. So what it was I just thought I'd continue the video diary. Could go in a million different directions as usual, you know. But I'll be going in the one direction when I go up to Glasgow. About 75 miles to go. So I was thinking, what I did yesterday was. Well, I was talking before about it's amazing what you can achieve in a week or 2 weeks or whatever. It's amazing what I achieved yesterday in one day, right? This isn't bragging. I'm just saying it's just my life, you know. Sorry, I couldn't. Not my fault. It was the David Goggins of Dumfries, you know. But this is the thing. You got to keep it going. You got to keep it going because I think give a fuck what age I am. So I've doing all this crazy shit has resurrected. I don't have the words. But it's brought out it's got me back to feeling that I genuinely want to do it, actually want to do it. Part of that is because I work a physical job every day anyway, so you go, well, the contrast between that, you do actually, rather than being exhausted and burnt out, you actually go, compared to that shit, cycling is one big computer game. It's a lot of fun, so I still want to do it. And again, it wasn't a bad thing. Again, watching some of these YouTubers talking about training and everything, talking about it's not a bad thing to take time out, because the burnout thing, right? The burnout thing, which obviously I've talked about a million times, that I kind of had last year, well, a couple of years ago, whatever, right? And I took a lot of time out, and I'm now actually feeling like back to feeling nice again, that we can do this shit, you know what I mean? So that's what it is, yeah. Did I say that that's what it was? Yeah. But yesterday, so it's Friday, it's amazing what I did in one day. And like I say, I did that video the night before and punched myself in the leg and stuff. Well, there's lots of runners out. Well, I'm the local cycling influencer, so it's nice, and I just watch the show. To quote George Carlin, I've done the shit, now it's up to you. What can you do? You know what I mean? But still, it's not over yet, is it? It's not over. There's more to come. Accidental inclusion, you know what I mean? Accidental inclusion. Do you feel privileged that you're just featured in my video there? There's none. No, dude, it. This is good. I like the park. It's good. Little nice safe space. You feel it's nice. So this is just a wee relax, meditate my way into it, and you know what I mean. But yesterday doing it's amazing what you can do in one day, right? So this is the lane I'm in. Sorry, like a motivational and so just keep it going, right? Talk about what you know, and so doing the amazing what you can do in one day. So I cycled to work and then pulled out a load of brambles, and I was saying to someone, I can't believe the fucking wrist strength that I've got. It's just, I should have done a video of it. It's quite impressive. I'm not like a gym guy, but I was saying a lot of those gym guys would struggle to do what I did, you know, useful work, you know, and they're actually quite sore today, but just like yanking out big brambles, yanking them out, no spade. I'd use the spade a little bit at the end for some of the bigger ones, but I'll just yanking them out, and get to the root of the issue, you know what I mean, pulling them all out. So I did that for 4 hours, then cycled home, and then this is the nice cherry on top of yesterday, right? it's kind of like, yeah, I did all that, full day's work, cycled to and from work. Then I went in the turbo trainer, right, for half an hour. And 10 minutes in, I was like, whoa. Endorphins are flowing. It was that kind of point where you're a little bit tired. You're not overworked, but you're, just that. This is why the half-hour session in the evening is good, because you just feel like, whoa. We're rolling, you know what I mean? It's like, I sort of slightly shaky legs, but the endorphins are flowing, and I was going, oh, that's good. It was the point, to quote Gordon Johnson, every ride's got to have a different purpose, right? So that one was intended to be a leg loosener, which it was, but to keep the blood moving so that I don't seize up today. But anyway, you know, so that's what I mean. Yesterday, boom, 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 boom. So I think the point about today's ride, okay, so let's talk about today's ride, given the fact we put a full working weekend and we don't have, normally I would do Saturday as the day off and do the long ride and the Sunday ride, but we're not doing that. To quote Chris Whitten, when he got the chance to play with Dire Straits, he was tired, exhausted from playing with Paul McCartney, but it was like, oh, yeah, I was tired, but I just couldn't possibly turn down this opportunity. It's the same with me with the cycling. This week, because I've got the momentum, I'm going, day off, fuck it, keep going, because I'm quite buzzing. So that's what we're going to do. So alright, what's the purpose of this ride? Last week, was it last week or week before, I did 18 that week when I saw Glenn in this very part. I might bump into him again. The average speed was 18.1 miles an hour, which is quite respectable, as I say, right? So what I could do is, right, again, don't be fluid with it, right? But I think, why not, you know, to quote Thingaby on Thingaby, he goes, leave yourself up to great possibilities. So rather than 18.1, let's go for, not a rigid target, but it's just like 19, go for 19 mile an hour, why not? It's quite still, it's dry, leave myself open to that. How are we going to achieve that? Well, negative splits, first half, quite easily, and I think, see, this is good, right? This is good for me talking. No one else will necessarily watch this, but it's good for me, right? When I went up the Delvine Pass the other time, you could hear in the video I was really out of breath, really put a big effort, and I think that was a bit silly given what I know about at this stage. You don't want to be doing that too much. So because I did that, then I faded near the end, if I'm honest. So I think, be sensible. How are we going to achieve the speed? First half is relatively hilly, and then it gets easier when you get to kind of Lark Hall onwards. So, and Les Mahagan and all that's quite easy, right? But up until then, it's kind of, you've got the hills and all that. So what we're not going to do, or not doing that this time, we'll go nice and gently for the first half. It's what we do is, like the marathon runners, negative splits, which means the first half you do it quite conservatively, and I think that's what we'll do. Basically, call the ride 40 mile warm up. That's what we'll do. First 40 miles, just take it nice and easy, and we'll push it up the Delvine Pass, but not push it like I did before, because, you know, it's all about finishing comfortably. And last time, yes, it was dehydration, but it was a little bit of, as I say, pushing it too hard at the first half. So I think that's what we'll do. We will take the first half nice and easy, and then when we look at the average speed, if we're about 18 odd mile an hour halfway around, we'll go, right, all I need to do is just go with the flow and just gently, gradually increase the pace, you know what I'm saying? So negative splits, leave myself open to, it'd be nice to get 19 mile an hour. If you just quote myself or whatever, it's like, it's hard to explain, but that's why we try to use words to explain it. We're going to leave ourselves open to that, and we're going to let it happen. We know with all the experience how to do that, and that would be a nice one, you know, 19 mile an hour. We're not gonna, it's not fighting it, you know, it's going with the flow. I'll feel halfway around if the legs are there or not, really, to be honest with you. So let's do that. That'd be quite cool. 19 mile an hour. The fastest I've ever done that route is 20 mile an hour. which is respectable for that kind of, because it's reasonably hilly and all that, so it's quite good. And I'll finish with this. What's the fastest ever average speed I've ever done for a century ride? That Newton Stewart loop, 20.7 miles an hour. To hit 20 mile an hour average speed for a century ride is a big deal for the top amateur, whatever, you know, cyclist. I've seen a guy hit 21 mile an hour. That's ridiculous. 21 miles an hour for 100 miles. I think that's doable. That's actually doable. So think big, as Arnie said, and let's have a nice bike run. I might report back later if anyone's interested and tell you. I do anticipate being faster than I did it 2 weeks ago. Why not? Why not? Because I've always done that for fucking years. It's just like you gradually build up. And what we're going to do is we're going to cycle back as well. We're not getting the train back because I can't afford it, so we're going to cycle back as well. So that'll really increase the mileage. Then we're into the 200 plus mileage a week, which we really need to be doing consistently from now until May, because the first gravel, there is only one main gravel race, it's the Gralic, and that's in May, so we've got about 2 months to do it. So 200 plus miles a week from next week onwards. And actually, Crate Nation, have a nice day, and if anyone's watched this, thanks very much, and well done.